So hello everyone, welcome here to round number 1 of the 13th season of the NASA RallyCross Challenge. We're at a new venue at an old location. We're in Great Britain, but this time we're at the famous Lydden Hill Circuit in Wootton in Kent. As it's Josh Mertz bringing you the call, as always, for the Automotive Sports Network. This is such an exciting event because we know the history of the Lydden Hill Circuit over the British Rallycross, World Rallycross, etc. We have 9 cars to take part in this race today. 2 quarterfinals of 6 laps apiece, Joker once. 2 semifinals of 4 laps apiece, Joker once. LCQ 3 laps, Joker once. And the final is 6 cars for 8 laps. And you have to take the Joker once. Quarterfinal 1 in Lydden Hill. Mertz,
6 laps, Joker once.
Lester,
Good luck, John.
Erdman, Hagenstein, Carmichael. Green flag off the line. The MRT teammates, as storylines are galore here today, we'll go over those shortly, will lead us into turn 1. Out of turn 1. It's going to be Mertz leading us out of the dirt, followed by Hagenstein, Erdman in car number 1, Carmichael, and Lester. So, we should have done this in the pre-race show, but at ASN, we conserve time. MRT has moved to the old Subarus like they did when, or like Mertz did when he ran for Aftershock. You'll notice Erdman left MRT and Dylan Livengood joined MRT instead of running at Revolution Racing.
If I'm keying up, let me know. I'll mute.
And Mertz leads at the end of lap 1.
End of 1, anyone.
But today, Dylan Livengood is not here. Hagenstein drives his car as they joker on the second lap of the race. Hagenstein is deputized out of retirement, but all the points will go to Livengood in car number 51. Erdman moves to area 52 in the Citroen C4, beautiful livery on car number 1. And leaving him was Lester, who joins Victor Valley at the new V2 RT running Hondas. And we also have the newcomer Noah Carmichael out of Indianapolis running for his East Coast Autosport squad. So that's the silly season changes.
End of 2, anyone.
And Mertz still leads. As we were used to hearing cars 1 or 2 for the last couple seasons for MRT, but back to the old 81 as Carmichael now jokers on the 3rd lap of the race. As it looks like he cuts the grass there, and he loses the spots from Erdman and Hagenstein. And Hagenstein battling, nearly forced off the track by Erdman, and sliding is Erdman in the 1. As Mertz out and away from the rest of the field, Carmichael and Lester struggling in the 76 and 42. And they are still battling for the 2nd spot.
Cross flag, anyone.
Erdman holds it from Hagenstein. Lap time-wise, we'll have to check and see. Erdman runs a 43.162. Mertz a 41.2. Much faster than the rest of the field. Hagenstein a 44. And he runs it wide in the 51. Carmichael a 48.4. Lester a 47.1. But Mertz is in his own zip code here in Lydden Hill. Running by himself, essentially, after he got that jump on the start. You'll notice the gap there from Mertz to Erdman as we're coming to 2 to go in the quarterfinal.
End of 4, anyone.
Erdman trying to get to grips with this Citroen. Remember, he's ran Subarus for however long for MRT, and now he's on his Area 52 squad. And it's going to be interesting to see if he can adapt and take the fight for his 3rd championship in a row. I don't know what's going to happen. Obviously, it's a new partnership, him with his own team, but he's run on MRT for so long, nobody knows how he's going to perform. We're coming to 2 laps to go. Or actually, sorry, the white flag in the quarterfinal for Mertz in car number 81.
White flag, 81.
40.562, fastest man on the circuit, and Erdman, as he crosses the line, ran a 41 flat. So half a second faster is Mertz than his former teammate Erdman. And his scanner picking up his shifter and his steering wheel all race long, but you can tell he's focused in car number 81. As we're going to round the hairpin Down the back straight towards the final corner. And Mertz is going to win the quarterfinal in Lydden Hill.
Okay, winner is 81.
As Erdman comes home second. Hagenstein will
Second
come home
place
in
is the
third,
one.
followed by the 76 and the 42. And they will all go to the
Third place is
semifinal.
51. Fourth place is 76, and fifth place to the 42.
Johnson, Berg, Wetz, and Valley for the second quarterfinal. Green flag off the line. Johnson and Berg got a terrible start. It's going to allow Valley with Wetz into turn one, but Valley backs off, allowing Wetz to take the fight. Contact between Johnson and Valley.
Yeah, sorry.
77 penalty box.
That turns the 24.
Hey, am I still entitled to make calls or not?
Is that a red or is it? Are we still good?
I don't have a whisper, Tristan, but if your call's different, I'm willing to listen.
No, it's not. I was just wondering if you wanted me to help out or not.
Yeah, you can. I just don't have a whisper. My whisper keys, my wheel's
10-4.
broken with that, so.
So Johnson to the to the penalty box. Sorry. That allows Wetz to lead Berg at the end of the first lap. Remember, Brendan Berg made his debut last season in Canada and made that final.
End of 1:23.
And hopefully the young American will be able to make more races this season. Jokering is Valley in the 24.
77, you're good.
And Johnson exited the penalty box. As you'll see, there's the Joker there on the bottom of the camera shot. And you cut down on the dirt just like the World Rallycross guys do. And I don't know if Wetz is taking it easy, but it looks like Berg might be catching him. Granted, that was the first lap of the race, but a 42.672 to Berg. He ran a 44, but let's see
End
the
of
lap
2:23.
times. Update. 43.2 to a 42.3, and they both Joker on the third lap of the race. Very tricky Joker entry. And Berg may be catching Chris Wetz in car number 23. Third place is Valley, fourth is Johnson. That running order has not changed. And it's going to be interesting if Chris Wetz can hold this lead in the quarterfinal and join Mertz as the longtime veterans. We are on season number 13 of the NASA Rallycross Challenge here in 2017B. And I do believe we're going to
End of
eclipse
3:23 cross flags.
100 races this season. And what a story this series has been. Wetz still leads, a 45.615 to a Berg, a 46 flat. And he's catching him very, very quickly in the 91 versus the 23. As a lot of fans pack these stands here in Lydden Hill as they love their Rallycross. This is rumored, or not rumored, sorry, considered to be the birthplace of Rallycross, along with Brands Hatch.
End of 4:23.
Interestingly, we were supposed to run at Brands Hatch, but the format, the organizers fell through with the layout. They couldn't get it done in time, and Lydden Hill said, well, we've got a layout year-round. And NASA Rallycross said, sign us up. Came down the road, and here we are. As Croft had a couple of issues the last couple seasons, that's why we have not been there. Long-time season opening venue. Rumored that they are fixing up their infrastructure, and hopefully we can return to the Croft circuit in the next couple of seasons. But Wetz will round the final corner to come take the white flag in the second quarterfinal.
End of 5:23 leads white flag.
Berg is still trying to hunt him down, but Wetz ran a 41.7. Berg ran a 41.9. Fastest man on the circuit is Valley at a 41.1. Nearly a second faster than these guys. But I don't think Valley's going to have enough time. Remember, he got turned on the start from Johnson in the 77. I don't think he's going to be able to do it. Is the field closing up on Johnson, but I don't think they'll have time either to lap him. And I think this is going to be a formation finish unless something catastrophic happens here in Lydden Hill. Final corner for Wetz. He joins Mertz in the final in Great
Checkered
Britain.
flag, 23 wins quarterfinal 2. followed by the 91, followed by the 24.
And Johnson comes home in fourth. Semifinals here in Lydden Hill were relatively simple, just like the quarters we just witnessed. It was Cody Erdman winning the first semifinal, and then Victor Valley won the second. So it's LCQ time here in Lydden Hill. Berg, Hagenstein, Lester, Johnson, and Carmichael for 3 laps in the LCQ. Green flag off the line. Hagenstein gets turned by Berg.
What?
Down into the infield.
What was that about?
I don't know what happened, honestly.
And put the 51 back
That's
to
fucking
fifth.
bullshit.
Carmichael leads us. The newcomer from Indianapolis, followed by Casey Lester in the new
Just hooked
V2
into me.
That's
RT.
91 to the penalty box.
Johnson third. Looks like he had issues under acceleration. Berg has been sent to the penalty box because of that avoidable contact. And Carmichael
End
leads
of
us
176 leads.
at the end of the first lap. And you know that Hagenstein wants to get the 51 into the final for living good's sake. And the leaders jokered on the first lap that they could on lap number 2.
I saw it. That's great.
Hagenstein does not. Clear track for the 51. You got to make sure you hold this delta. But I don't think he has it. This is going to be very
Got a
close
fucking dig.
between Carmichael and Hagenstein, but Carmichael's battling with Lester, and if anything goes wrong, Berg can retrieve the gap that he lost. Hagenstein issues under acceleration just like Johnson. Down to the final corner to take the white flag in the LCQ.
End of 2.
Shoot.
Contact
Anyone leads.
between
White
Carmichael
flag.
and Lester.
42 to the penalty box. You're good.
Hagenstein and Berg joker, and that whole dramatic element that I just said is gone. And interestingly, the 2 cars that wrecked each other on the first lap of the race are in the transfer spots. As Carmichael and Lester came together when all they had to do was bring it home.
What?
So hairpin, final corner, or final lap, down to the final corner. Hagenstein will transfer.
I guess the moral of the story is, wreck in turn 1, you're gonna win. 51 and 91 will transfer.
LOL,
to the
what?
final. 76, best of the rest in third. 42
Fuck
will
my life,
finish
man.
fourth.
I'm sorry
Oh
about
my
that.
god.
Johnson
And
comes
the
home fifth.
77 will come home in ninth.
If the LCQ is
Winning
any
privateer will be
indication,
the 91 tonight.
what's
We
going to
have
happen in the final?
5 manufacturer cars with the 1 privateer, the 76 and 77 second and third in the privateer standings. Laps, Joker twice. Thank you guys for
Mertz,
showing up.
Wetz, Berg, Hagenstein, Erdman,
Pretty
and
good
Valley.
race. Zach, if you can count laps.
Getting ready for round 1 of 2017B here in Lydden Hill. Glad you can join us on the Automotive Sports Network. Green flag off the line down to turn 1. Mertz gets the jump. Erdman battled with Berg into turn 1. Wetz is fourth. Then it's Hagenstein and Valley. Rounding turn 1. Mertz leads us out of the dirt. 3 wide nearly was Wetz, Hagenstein, and Valley. But Erdman second, Berg in third. Very impressive
How many
run.
cars was that? Was there a few wrecked?
Just one.
And I went to say impressive run for Berg, but he looped it in the corner there and take him out of it. Now it is Erdman v. Mertz, and for the first time, they are not teammates. So this is going to be interesting. Let's see if Mertz can hold this lead in the final. And he jokers on the second lap of the race. First opportunity for car number 81. Where will he come out?
81 lead. Oh yeah, end of 181.
Exits
sorry.
the
Yeah,
Joker.
careful on the merge as well, please.
So now Erdman cycles through to the lead, and the fastest car here is in fourth, as he was much faster than everybody else in the quarterfinal and in seating. Nearly got hit by his teammate in the 51. As Hagenstein there in car number 51 and Berg in the 91. As let's go on board
End of 2, 1
here
leads.
at Lydden Hill and see this circuit. As you can tell,
of
that these
3, 23
cars
leads.
are much racier than they were before. We're on lap number 4. Erdman jokered, but he could not, or Mertz could not take the fight to him. Erdman jokers again, and exiting the joker will be car number 1, battling with Valley, it looks like he was spit out to battle with. Hagenstein 5th, and Berg still in 6th. So now Mertz is in 2nd. I don't think Wetz is jokered yet. Well, this is going to be interesting coming to cross flags for the American, the man from Texas. Holding the lead, 40.789 to a Mertz. Mertz ran a 41.689. Cross flags for Wetz. 41.1 to Mertz, ran a 40.6, and he jokers on the 5th lap of the race. Battling is Valley with Erdman. Valley
I gave up a little bit of time, I'm sorry.
defending on Erdman in car number 1. And I really don't think
one there.
that
Track
Wetz jokered yet. Running it wide is Mertz in the 81. That opens the door for Valley, but Valley can't do anything about it. Wetz has a huge gap to joker, but we'll have to see. I don't think Valley has taken his second
End
joker
of
yet.
5, 23.
3 laps to go for Wetz. Mertz pushing
Joker
hard.
twice, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Valley 3rd tentatively. Then it's Erdman.
Shredded 2nd. Son of a bitch.
Gear number 2 is gone on the 81. I don't know if this is going to affect him. He holds 2nd. We'll have to look at the telemetry. He has to now go from 3rd to 1st. And Erdman hit the berm there in the back of the shot. But Wetz, I believe, jokered, and the gap is clawed back. This is going to be an enthralling last 2
End of
laps.
6, 23.
2 to go. I believe Valley still has to joker yet. So it's going to be interesting to see what will happen. Valley jokers in the 24. Where is Erdman in this situation? There he is. Valley, this is a battle for 3rd. Exiting the joker is Valley, but Erdman hits him! And around goes the 24.
Penalty.
So Valley is pushed back to 4th. Erdman in 3rd. But race control, reviewing that incident, Hagenstein and Berg have not changed spots. This is the battle, but I believe Wetz
End
has
of
to joker
7,
again.
23 leads, white flag.
I believe he has to joker still. Mertz ran a 41.3, Wetz runs a 41.1, but he has to joker on the final lap of the race, and we will put Mertz back to the lead in car number 81. And I have not seen a performance like this out of the German for quite some time. As for the last couple of seasons, it was MRT with 3 cars. The 3-car team rule is gone. And Mertz had increasing competition every week. Not saying that this was an easy run, but it certainly shows why he is the all-time leader in the NASA RallyCross
Without
Challenge.
2nd gear!
First
Mertz wins
winner circuit of the
in
year goes
Lydden Hill.
81, 23 second.
Next time you short a gear, keep it to yourself, buddy.
1 is 3rd, 24 4th,
You literally fucked me up
51
by saying that over
fifth.
radio, so next time you do that, keep it to yourself.
91 6th.
Well,
Mertz wins race number 21 in his career, and interestingly, his 6th career race in Great Britain. He had 5 of them at Croft, and now he wins in Lydden Hill. He leads the points by 3 over Wetz. The positions were swapped from Valley and Erdman. As remember, Erdman was called to the penalty box, but he did not take it to the penalty box. So Erdman 4th, Valley 3rd. Next week we go to Valkenswaard like we always have. That should be a thrilling race. But until then, we hope you've enjoyed today's race here in Lydden Hill. We'll see you next week in the Netherlands, but until then, so long everyone.